to send emails to a big list of email contacts and to get analytics on all those campaigns, what you'll need to do is set up an account with an email service provider. And there are tons of options out there, but the one that I recommend and use is Mailchimp. It works on any type of site. They've been around for ages, and they are also free to use up to 2,000 subscribers, which is always a great reason to use a product. So what you want to do is type in Mailchimp into Google, go ahead and just click through, and then you can go ahead and sign up, and you can sign up with your personal account if it'll only be you using it, or you can sign up with your company email if you want as well. Now, once inside, what you'll want to do is come up and click on lists, and then you want to create a list, and you can just go ahead and create a list. So by creating a list, we'll be able to send one email to everybody that's on our list. So we need to fill out some of the list details, like the list name. So they even help you walk through some of this here. A good example is just your domain name and newsletter. So I'll just put in example domain. Now here we want to put in the default from address, and this is the address that people will respond to. Now, this will need to be an email that you have access to, because you'll need to verify this in just a second. But it's best now to put in a domain-specific email that you will have set up. Next, select the default name and use something that I instantly recognize, like your company name. So I'll just say example domain. Now what we want to do is put in a short reminder about how they got this email, and you can just rewrite the example down here. You are receiving this email because you opted in on our site. This is just a requirement for anti-spam. Now down here as well, you're going to need to input some of your company information, so you can change this to your company name and address. Now you don't need to put in like the number, say your office, whatever, 10A. You can just put in the street address and the city name, etc. Again, this is just anti-spam measure. Mailchimp are actually required to collect this information. So next you can just put in your country and your state and a phone number if you want as well. And then you can also select if you want to get notifications about daily subscribes, unsubscribes, etc. And then you want to go ahead and click save. So excellent, we now have created a brand new list. And one thing that we actually want to do right now before we start to import contacts or anything is actually to verify our email address. So what I'd recommend you do is go and type in verify email Mailchimp. And what we need to do is just to show Mailchimp that we own that domain that we've popped in. And so what you can see you have to do is come down into account, and it may actually even show up if we come into settings, list and names. And let's see, yep, it says it here. This is actually maybe the easier way to do it. So if you come into your list and then you come in to settings, list name and defaults, you're going to see that you have to verify your domain so that you can send emails and receive replies from this mail. So what we can do is go ahead and click verify domain here. We can just pop in our email address, get them to send a verification email. The verification is email on the way, so I just need to go and get that. So to do that, I'm just logging into my host and where I've set up my domain specific email. And now I can see this verification email from Mailchimp. So I just need to get into this and verify the domain access. I can actually just take this code, copy this, paste that back in, and click verify. So now my domain has been successfully verified, so I can send emails with this email appearing and also receive emails back. So now that I've verified my email, what I might want to do is come back to my list again, and I now have the opportunity to start to import contacts into this email list if I want. So if you've already got some email addresses, maybe from LinkedIn, maybe from Gmail, maybe from other sources, you can just import those CSV files there. And you can just upload those. And what you can also do, which is sometimes handy, is you can just actually copy and paste email addresses in. So this is going to just give you a tab that you really just copy and paste them into. And once you've got that done, then you're going to have a list of emails that you can send an email directly out to. And again, the benefit of setting it up in Mailchimp is that you can send them in bulk. You are not going to get caught in that spam filter, as opposed to if you're sending a bulk email from a personal address, they're going to recognize your brand name. And also you get all those cool analytics, like how many people opened the email, etc. So now that you know how to set up a Mailchimp account for free, go ahead and set one up for yourself. Don't forget to verify that domain. And if you have any questions or problems with that, just check their support guides. And then you can go ahead and import those contacts so you're ready to start sending out email campaigns to your email list.